UFC's Merab Dvalishvili says he can wrestle a gorilla, and he's dead serious. What happens when MMA confidence meets 600 pounds of jungle chaos? Let's find out. Merab Dvalishvili entered the jungle like it was Madison Square Garden. Shirtless, glistening with Vaseline, for speed, obviously, and yelling boom boom every 10 seconds, he looked every bit the confident warrior. Across from him sat Gary, a 600-pound silverback gorilla chewing on bamboo and completely unaware that he was apparently in a UFC title fight. Merab paced in circles like he was sizing up Petr Yan again. His coach off-screen shouted, "Stick to the game plan. Shoot the double leg." Merab nodded, locked eyes with Gary, and whispered to himself, "Inside trip. Easy." Then, he charged. In one smooth motion, Merab ducked low, wrapped his arms around Gary's tree trunk leg, and immediately bounced off like a tennis ball thrown at a tank. He hit the ground, rolled up like nothing happened, and screamed that was just phase 1, while blinking rapidly. Gary blinked too, slightly confused, then picked up a log and started peeling it like a banana. Merab, still undeterred, circled again, whispering strategy. "Okay, maybe not inside trip. Maybe back take, flying triangle? No, bad idea." At that moment, it became clear Merab didn't need to win, he needed to survive long enough to tweet about it. And maybe film a vlog. Hold up, if you're still watching this chaos, do Merab a favor and smash that like button harder than Gary smacked those TikTok influencers. And drop a gorilla in the comments if you think Merab could pull this off. After Merab's takedown attempt turned into a full-body bounce test, reinforcements arrived in the form of the most confusing army ever assembled, 99 influencers, fighters, and one guy who thought this was a CrossFit competition. Mikey Musumeci descended from a helicopter like a nerdy Navy SEAL, holding a whiteboard with a full battle plan. "Okay team," he shouted, adjusting his glasses, "we'll go in waves. Wave 1, Expendables. Wave 2, Backup Expendables. Wave 3, Survivors and anyone still emotionally stable." As the influencers nervously lined up, one of them asked, "Wait, which wave am I in?" "You're holding a selfie stick." "You're definitely wave 1, Mikey replied. The first wave charged. Gary stood up, all 600 pounds of shredded muscle and gorilla rage, and clapped. Literally clapped his hands together, creating a shockwave that sent TikTokers flying like crumpled Chipotle napkins. One guy live-streamed himself mid-air shouting, "Smash the like button," before landing in a bush. Bo Nickel watched from a safe distance, casually sipping a protein shake. "3 of me could have handled this," he muttered, as Gary suplexed a failed prank YouTuber into a tree. Meanwhile, Jamal Hill, standing behind a rock, was analyzing the situation like a war general. "You think Fist's gonna stop that? A .22 can't even tickle this dude. Y'all brought Crocs to a bazooka fight." As the chaos escalated, Merab peeked out from behind a tree and yelled, "I still got him." Just wearing him down with mental warfare. With influencers scattered like Legos on a living room floor and the gorilla now doing somersaults for fun, Merab had to accept a brutal truth. Gary wasn't just strong, he was vibes immune. No amount of boom boom or inside trips was going to work on this jungle juggernaut. So, like any true champion, Merab pivoted. Breathing hard, bruised, and possibly concussed, emotionally, at least, he climbed halfway up a tree, cupped his hands, and shouted, "Gary! Why fight when we can train?" Gary paused mid-battle, scratching his head. For a gorilla who just sent an Instagram fitness model flying like a boomerang, he looked remarkably thoughtful. "You want belt?" Merab shouted again. "We go UFC. You champ. I coach. Smash everybody." Somewhere in the distance, dramatic music swelled. A single tear rolled down Gary's cheek, or maybe it was banana juice. Either way, a bond was formed. Cut to 6 months later. Gary is walking out at UFC 312 with Merab in his corner, wearing sunglasses and a fur-lined robe. He's 3-0 in the UFC, with knockouts over 2 light heavyweights and a guy who once beat a kangaroo in a backyard fight. Dana White is already planning jungle rules for UFC Africa. Merab, grinning ear to ear, tells reporters, "I told you. One gorilla? Easy." So what do you think, Merab Dvalishvili versus a gorilla, fantasy fight or future co-main event? Comment your game plan below, tag a friend who thinks they could survive round 1, and if Merab sees this, we're ready for the rematch.